Hello, welcome to the first storytelling event of the server. This is my story. It tells the background of my own character on the wonderful SMP. Thank you for clicking on the video, and I hope you enjoy. Okay, let's start with a little background about myself. I'm a cat from a distant kingdom. I was raised really in a wealthy family. I have outfits for every occasion. I had food for days and all of the toys to play with. I was the most popular kid in school. Nothing could go wrong. Until one day there was a war and the government was fighting against the other government. And my family who loved me put me in a safe hold. And I stayed there for 7 years, waiting for the safe signal to come out. And after that 7th year on the calendar, I came out only to see the ruins of my kingdom. All my friends gone, all my family gone, everyone dead and missing, all my pets gone, everything. The only thing I had were my clothes and my spirit. I ventured far and far away because I didn't want to see and be reminded about my family and my past and the war and the government. I vowed to never start anything, even though I was the soon-to-be monarch. I came across a hill, and there's this cool guy named B-Man, and he let me move in with him. We didn't really move in together necessarily, but I lived across from him. And so I started something there. And I met a friend named Echo, and we started a non-binary kingdom. At the time, we didn't have a name, and there was no government. And we were just vibing. We built a little house out of spruce, and decorated it with lanterns. Made a giant potato farm, and made jokes out of it. It was great. And this really cool girl named Lily came around. She helped me through stuff. We all were vibing and chatting, and I listened to the music disc Ward, and that's my favorite disc of the server. I listen to that disc to cope. It reminds me of all the good times I have to escape from what happened when I was a child. All of this was happening around. I was monarch of the new Kusa kingdom. I made a beautiful flag and made friends. And I heard these other kids came around from Kisa dynasty. And I was like, oh boy, this better be good. And I met this guy named Levi. We were chatting for such a long time, and we were getting to know each other. We decorated a Christmas tree in the shopping district together, and it was magical. I thought it was great. And before we were getting to know each other more, he proposed to me twice, and I thought that was hilarious. And I said no both 2 times. But when I realized that he was prince of a dynasty, I realized that that could mean an alliance between my kingdom and his dynasty. And due to my past, all I want is peace. I don't want to see all my friends go again. I don't want to see all my pets die. I don't want to see all the ruins of my kingdom. I wanted to see peace and see my friends flourish and have peace with another kingdom or dynasty. That's all I wanted. I didn't want any more. I wanted peace. So when he proposed to me for the 3rd time, I said yes. He went to Jay, I went to Jay. We both set up a chapel, and the building took days. It was beautiful, though. It's so stunning. And if you look over to my right, you'll see the 2 peaks. truly the best building, one of the best builds on this server. A lot of good memories while making it. B-Man was being funny. And when the wedding was coming around and the preparations were being done, I was getting really stressed. I was worried if the alliance would really work out. I was worried if anyone would die because of a rumored war happening. And I was hesitant to say yes. I talked to Lily and Echo and Jay and B-Man, my closest friends on the server at the time. And during this time, I met Tony, a traveler from a cult, which became my closest friend on the server. We learned to get along, even though his morals are the exact opposite of mine. And we've been friends. And I was gonna say no at that wedding, because if there's a rumored war going to happen, I didn't want it to happen. I didn't end up saying anything about it to XD because I didn't want to risk him getting mad and telling his alliance and friends to crash the wedding. So we went on as planned, and we had a ceremony. Well, no, not a freaking. We had a rehearsal, and it was all scripted, and it was great, and it was gonna look like it was gonna be the best day of my life. And my opinions of myself were quickly turning around when I saw the thrill of an alliance and peace and freedom. No government, no wars, no dying. It was just gonna be peace. On the day of the wedding, I was so nervous when I was walking down the aisle. Everyone was going first. I was seeing them walk down the aisle happily. And when I looked up at the top of the chapel, the end of the hallway, the end of the carpet, all my friends and everyone I've met along the way sitting and looking at me from the benches, and XD smiling at the top on the bench. I was gonna cry. It was gonna be one of the best days of my life. I would have finally gotten rid of my doubts. I was gonna get an alliance. And when Jay started saying the vows, I really felt it. It was gonna be the best day ever on the server, you know? And we were saying the vows. I said, I will. And right before Levi said, I will, he said, one last thing. I like potatoes. And as soon as he said the word potato, my life flashed before my eyes. I saw his best man and him get into armor, and I got shot. And I died. I came back to life, and I saw war breaking out. I was shaking so much. I was shaking so much. I was killed. My friends were getting hurt. And when I came back to the chapel for the light, I saw Lily holding me, and I knew that Levi wasn't the right one. It was Lily that was the right one. I proposed to Lily, and we got married in the midst of a war. And it was great. We kissed passionately, and that was the best moment of the day. I walked out, saw my friends, and including Quema, Tony, Lucid, and Ash Arts. They were all fighting for me. They were all fighting for my cause, and it made me really happy. And that was the part that I liked about it. And as quickly as the war had started, the war ended. Things were blown up. The chapel was destroyed. I heard that pets died. And it was really unfortunate. People's pets died because of that. People's bases and beautiful builds, and the chapel, it got exploded. All because of an unknown reason. I have yet to find the reason, but what I was really grateful for that day was the people that fought for me, and the people that I really knew whose sides was on mine. The people who I really knew was on my side. And I'm grateful for that. What I'm not grateful for is how it turned out. It was a tragic day for everyone. It was not the best day, and I'm sure everyone regrets it. The people who attacked and the people who fought. They regret how far they went. They regret killing. They regret the war. But the war was quick, and after the war, the chapel got built back up. Pets were remembered with warm hearts. There's a gravestone being placed for each one. And when people's bases were destroyed, they were repaired. And we look on beyond the day. We don't look at it in sadness, although we might. It was better than it was bad. And I'm glad about that. Recently, after the wedding, which is called the wedding, the event is called the wedding. The war happened, people's bases got destroyed, people's pets died, and B-Man left. He left on a voyage. The first person I met on this lovely land where I call Kusa Kingdom. I first met him and he left, and I was happy for him because you're not gonna find clarity staying in the same spot for the rest of your life. So I said my goodbyes to him, and he said goodbyes to everyone else, and he left. I come back to Kusa Kingdom only for Lily to hug me goodbye and accompany B-Man on his journey. When she left, I was in shambles. My wife, recently married wife, had left me for the far lands, as far as you could go together, as far as they could go together on this land. And I was devastated, to say the least. I missed her a lot. She helped me through all of this. She was one of the first people I met. And when they left, I wasn't going to take it bad. I was going to do something about it. So I listened to the song Ward all the time because it reminded me of the good times. And I listened to all the music discs and created La Brovberg with Quema and Lolis and Ash. And it was great. We had a great time. I built more on Kusa Kingdom. I built a beautiful fountain, and all awaiting for the day that Lily came back. The day that Lily came back, I was overjoyed. I prepared her a gift, a compass, so she would never lose. A compass that was pointing to a lodestone near my bed, so she would never lose her track of me. When I gave her the gift, I was showing her around and the new things that I built for the kingdom. And She said that she wanted a divorce. She met B-Man and decided that she loved B-Man more than me. I don't know what's going to happen next, but I hope that it's okay. And I hope that I can find another person. And I hope that I can regain that happiness that I had on that wedding after I kissed Lily in the midst of fireworks and bombs exploding. This isn't a sad story, though. I'm grateful for everyone that I've met. I'm grateful for the Lebrovberg, the Radio Shack, my kingdom, and for all of the things that I've built and seen and people I've met, most of all, people I've met. And the server is one of the best things I've ever happened. I am really good at making this emotional, so I'm not going to stop. You guys are one of the, I guess I would consider you guys my friend group. Got the chaotic ones, the peaceful ones, and the socially awkward ones. And it's great. I appreciate coming on the server, and I'm glad that I did. The people that we've met along the way, I'm pretty sure that we're gonna remember this forever. So wherever this happens, whatever this happens next, wherever this story goes along, I hope that it benefits everyone. And even though my wife divorced me and left me, I'm not gonna let it end there. That's the end. Welcome to the end of the video. This is the end credits. Thank you for watching and clicking on this video. And if you enjoyed, maybe consider subscribing. It's free, and my annoying little nerd friend Jay would greatly appreciate it. Thanks.